the game could see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we
What's going on? It's Ron from the Boxing Voice. I'm here with Julian Sosa. How's it going?
Doing great, feeling good. I can't complain right now, everything's good.
How's training? How's everything working out, working with you and your dad?
As far as training, I can never complain when it comes to that. All I know is hard work. I've been doing this sport since I was about 6, 8 years old, so it's in my DNA, I feel like. This is all I know. So when it comes to training, I know when to switch the mode to like playing around to, all right, it's time to get serious now. My father too, shout out to him, Aureliano Sosa, my father, my heart, my coach, he's everything to me. We have a bond, is like, we're just one. It's hard to explain, but when people see us, they know like, we have a bond is unbreakable. And as strong as it is, as a father and son, it's the same way as a coach and fighter. And I just love that about our relationship. So as far as training, my relationship with my father, I can never complain about it. Everything's going great.
What gets you in boxing? Like, obviously your dad is definitely a world-renowned trainer. He's trained many people, Darrell Big Baby Miller, Chris Colbert, and you yourself, the list goes on. Was it him that got you into it, or you just always wanted to do it?
As far as that, as far as the other fighters, my stablemate, shout out to them. And as far as me getting into the sport, you could say it was a mixture of both, like my curiosity and just, I'm not gonna lie, him forced me just because he wanted me to follow his steps, because he was a former fighter himself. It was a mixture of both, but I felt like it was just a good combination at the end of the day. In the beginning, I noticed when I was younger, he would always be gone from like certain hours. That's because he was training people. I didn't know at the time. So just my curious self as a child, I asked him, where would you go at these times? That's when he took me. I'm gonna show you where I'm at. He took me to Sunset Park PAL. It's no longer open, but back in the day as it was. And I don't know how to explain it, but as soon as I stepped in, you could say it was just like it was a click. I fell in love with the environment. I didn't know what boxing really was at the time, but I just saw people like fighting, training hard, and I just admired the hard work that I was watching. So from that day forward, every other day I was like, can you take me again? Can you take me again? Then soon after, can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? That led to me progressing. That led to me competing. That led to me competing nationally. Then we went to the pros, and now we're here. Very, very, very long trip, long road we took, but I don't regret nothing from the sport.
Now, you're one of the up-and-coming prospects in New York. With that being said, for maybe some of the people who haven't got a chance to see you yet, how would you describe your style? What makes you you when it comes to fighting?
Well, as far as my style, I like, just personally, I like to consider myself as a boxer puncher, counter puncher. But people, I love that they do it, and I appreciate every single person that compares me to, they call me a young Canelo Alvarez.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, they call me the Canelo of the East. And I appreciate that a lot, just because I feel like personally, I'm not even close to being up there, but just knowing I'm starting to get recognition to being a fighter of that caliber, like, is heartwarming. Just knowing that people are seeing me, that I could be that if I train hard enough. I feel like I have a long way to go to be in the Canelo levels. But people seeing me as that, there's only one way I could go. If people see me like that, and that's up. And however people describe Canelo, that's me. But for me personally, I consider myself a boxer puncher, counter puncher, but I know how to adapt, I feel. If I need to stay on my toes on the outside, I'm gonna. And if I need to go on the inside, I'm gonna do it. I feel like that's one thing I learned very good, and I'm very good at it, adapting to a fighter. But just on my end, counter puncher and boxer puncher.
Now, I recently found out a little bit that you're a school student as well while you're boxing. What's that like, going to school and balancing the boxing? I know some people have jobs, like being able to maintain your grades. What's it like to be a student boxer?
Very hard. That's something I can't describe. But I know there's a lot of student athletes out there too. and at the college level too. I feel like I was able to get away with it in high school, middle school, but in college I feel like it's very, very difficult. But I feel like boxing in general, besides the physical part, it taught me just that determination, that will to give it your all. And that's what I want. I want to give it my all, whether if I'm on season with the sport, if I'm getting ready for a fight, or if I'm getting ready for a finals or a midterm or something in school. I know how to focus myself in one or the other. Like whenever I'm not boxing, I'm studying. Whenever I'm not studying, I'm running. I'm doing cardio workouts. I'm training. I know how to balance it out, and I thank God that I am able to, because I feel like I'm only 23. I'm a baby, and I've been doing it for a while. Student athlete. I feel like if I was a little weak-minded, or if I was able to get distracted easily, I wouldn't be able to balance the two at all. But I thank God that I am able to, and I'm almost done with college, thankfully. I was able to maintain both good. I'm undefeated as a pro, almost done with college, and I'm just very grateful that I'm able to balance both.
Now, while in school, you do music too, right? You do a little engineer. I've done music in the past before, so give us a little bit of your music background. Like, you make beats, or you rap. Like, what's...
Yeah, as far as music too, yeah, that's another thing that I had to make time for. Just time management. That's one thing I learned how to balance too over the years. But yeah, I'm an artist, hip hop artist. If anyone wants to check out my music, just type in SoundCloud, YouTube, Julian Anthony. That's my first and middle name. So just type it there. You'll be able to see all my work. But yeah, I write everything, lay it out. I'm in school for audio engineering, so I want to be able to write, record, mix, master, everything. Or as far as everything when it comes to music on my end, I want to be able to learn how to do everything.
So with that being said, being in school, making music, boxing, from that point, outside of that, is this pretty much everything that you do, or is there extra superpowers or other things that we don't know about on the side?
As far as that, I consider myself, a very busy man. Like I also work part-time at Sweatbox Brooklyn. Shout out to Sweatbox Brooklyn, Agelis Arce. I'm always there too. So whenever I'm not working, I'm in school. Whenever I'm not in school, I'm in...
Are you teaching a lot of the kids too? Like, do you come out as a helping hand?
Sure, of course. I love just knowing it's in my neighborhood. Sweatbox is in my neighborhood. Sunset Park, this is where I grew up. This is where I was raised. I love my neighborhood to death. Everybody that follows me on social media, that knows me in person, they know I hold my neighborhood with pride. And just knowing that we have a gym here, and there's young kids from the neighborhood that want to learn how to fight, and I know they look up to me. They follow my steps. Whenever I'm working out, whenever I'm training, I know they see me, and I like that I am an influencer on them. Because and I notice too, things I do when I'm not there, or whenever I'm not looking, I see through the side of my eye, they're doing the same things I'm doing. And it just means a lot. And that's just something that I'm gonna hold forever. I do teach all the kids here whenever I can. I train them very hard and just make them progress as much as they can.
Would you want to be later in your career, let's say after your fighting career, would you want to be a trainer yourself and have like a stable of fighters or is that still too far in the future to even like think about?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. For me, at the stage I'm at now in life, I feel like that's a little too far. But as far as like working, that's what I do. I train, but not that serious for fighters to compete. But I do enjoy teaching fighters. So I feel like maybe later on in the future that's something that will grow on me, just being able to teach more. But as far as now, I like it, but I just like seeing kids from the neighborhood being able to defend themselves, being able to learn this beautiful sport that I'm in love with, that I've been doing all my life.
Now, I want to get a little bit more back to you and your boxing. Obviously, your dad's trained a lot of people. I just wanted to know, like, did you get to spar with some of these guys? Some sparring stories?
Sure. Yeah. As far as all my stablemates around my weight, the Chris Colberts, Little Behab, he helped me out for my last fight. He was all I was sparring. Me and him were going at it. Me and him. Shout out to Chris Colbert too, my brother. I love him so much. But yeah, I feel like with him, like I'm not gonna lie, he's probably a little bit more. His IQ level is a little bit more up there than mine. But I like that. Me and him, we always we're in the ring sparring with each other, I feel like he got my IQ up a little bit more, and that helped me a lot during my last fight. Because I felt like if it wasn't for those hard sparring sessions me and him had, like we would go at it. I felt like my other fight would have been a little bit of a different outcome. So shout out to him because he helped me out a lot. But yeah, him. Who else? We have Rashad Matthews. Shout out to Rashad too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's not training. Well, he's starting to come back now. But the Nikita the Bobbies too. I was training with him.
So you guys help each other, you know, amongst the whole time. You help them with their fights. They help you with your fights.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're more than just a team. I literally been with them since we've been with each other since we were kids. The Silver Glove, Junior Olympics, the ringside, every single tournament we were always there with each other. So it's a stronger bond than I can explain. It's more like a brotherhood. And whenever one needs the other, we're gonna be there for each other. And that's just the best way I could explain it. We're always gonna be there to help each other out.
Now I want to
enjoy the video. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/theboxingvoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.